Hello, everybody. Welcome to the S4M podcast. I am Richard Alec Lopez, their number one fan, coming at you today to say hello and thank you. Thank you for what? Thank you for continue supporting the podcast. And if you want to keep supporting the podcast, please feel free to keep listening, obviously, but also follow S4M podcast on all socials. And if you want to be super generous, feel free to donate in the link in the bio at the bottom of the description as well. So thank you. I hope you enjoy today's episode. And remember, stay thirsty, mis amigos.
Welcome to another episode of Searching for MacGuffin with your hosts, George,
Gabe,
and Link.
And today is a very special episode. It is our first S4M Monthly.
That is right. Every last Monday of the month. Yes, every last Monday of the month. Too many M's there got me. Unless there's something special going on. We're going to have a monthly recap?
It's not really a recap.
Well, we recap our month.
Okay, so I've thought about this. Like, I don't like the word recap because it makes it sound like we have to...
Review?
Yeah, and like...
Monthly review?
Sometimes I listen to shows and they like tell me what happened on the show. And I'm like, I don't want...
No, but this isn't what happened on the show. It's what happened to our lives.
Yeah. But, I mean, sure.
Okay. Yeah, so every last Monday of the month, we're going to be having a monthly where we talk about news that's happened throughout the month, what we read, shows we watched, movies we watched, and we'll talk about some recommendations that we have for you guys from our curated list of media that we consumed. But before we continue with our monthly, I want to let you guys all know that this month in January, we pretty much, what's the word here? Launched. I was going to say started.
You're going to say lunch.
I was going to say lunch. I had a tuna sandwich for lunch today.
I haven't had a tuna sandwich.
Just wanted to recap my week with.
I had batata.
A what?
What?
I think it's a sweet potato.
Sweet potato?
Yeah.
Wow. What did I have for lunch?
Celsius.
Yeah, all I drank was Celsius and fish
Gabriel
oils.
is sponsored by Celsius. Not us. Just Gabriel.
By the way, I found out where they are. Target. Target sells them by the caseload.
Okay.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
if you're looking
There
for
you
Celsius, and if you're looking to sponsor a Celsius,
There you go.
available at Targets
Celsius,
nationwide.
If you're looking to sponsor Gabriel, not us.
Specifically.
Just Gabriel.
Yeah, just Gabriel.
But we want to let you guys know that this month we launched our social medias.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is, yeah. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter. I don't know why I said it like that. Twitter, and Facebook.
For all our 50 and above fans.
For our 50 and above. For our boomers that listen
Yeah.
or watch. Those would watch.
You
They
know
don't
who-
listen.
You know who you are.
We know who you are.
We know or they know?
Oh, they know.
Yeah,
Oh,
they know who they are.
Because I don't know.
Our handle is the letter S, the number 4, the letter M, S4M podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, S4M podcast.
And I think we're searching for MacGuffin on Facebook.
And we're searching for MacGuffin on Facebook. No space in between, right?
Sure.
Sure? Okay. If you want to follow us there, you can follow us there. You can share. We've been producing weekly content for you guys to interact. Questions about questions and polls that we've been doing from the episode we released this week. So it's a pretty fun thing to do.
Yeah, and actually we've been getting a lot of feedback both directly and through these platforms, which is kind of one of the reasons we came up with this concept for the S4M Monthly. That's too many M's, right? S4 Monthly.
See?
Yeah, you were right. S4 Monthly, because there's lots of things to talk about, and we basically only have 4 topics a month, so we figure we could talk about a lot of stuff that doesn't really warrant an entire, hour and a half conversation. Yeah. So we figure we just compress all of that and add a little journalistic slant to what we do here. I always wanted to be a journalist, so now I grew up to be a fake one on the internet.
Yes, and I always love watching journalist movies.
Oh yeah, those
like
are like
Zodiac,
your favorite,
Zodiac and
Spotlight.
Spotlight, I love Spotlight so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I were Mark Ruffalo in that movie.
Oh yeah, have you seen Well, it's not a journalist movie, is it? It's more like a lawyer movie, but it was Dark Waters.
Oh, I heard that one was good.
It is very good.
Yeah.
Gotta add that to the Letterboxd
There we gotta add
watch
that
list.
to our list. Here we go. Now, let's continue on with our monthly. And today, we're going to be talking about the news of the year, of the month. Oh, I guess year, because we are in
the year
January.
so far, yeah.
And I believe that the biggest news that we have is that Microsoft bought Activision and Blizzard.
Wow, you came, right out of the gate. That was a
Or
big
should
one.
we? I mean, because I think the last news we have is probably the best one. So
Oh, okay.
I saved the best for last.
Okay, I have no idea where this is going, so go ahead.
So yeah, what do you guys think about this Microsoft buying Activision and Blizzard? What does this mean for the video game industry?
Honestly, I didn't really know, until a day after it happened. Yeah, I had kind of found out pretty late relatively late.
You mean late that day?
No, it was a couple of days later. My friends were all talking about it like it was normal. I don't know where I was on the planet.
I feel
but
like I messaged you that day.
My brother messaged us. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh no, but we already knew. He just sent us a funny
No,
video.
I didn't know. Actually, he broke the news to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. Oh no, the funny picture, he had messaged me earlier.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I just have been. I guess I haven't been as active on social media.
Yeah.
So this is where I usually get my news, Twitter or something like that.
Good job.
Where I get updates. Thanks.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw a tweet.
Did you know we launched on social media?
Oh yeah, did you know we did that? Or
We
do
have-
you even follow us?
we have social media?
Were you not paying attention? After what you said and Gabe, you just stopped paying attention?
Yeah. He just zoned out.
Yeah.
That's been happening.
Okay.
Too much Celsius.
Let's go back and play Halo.
Celsius has me too zoned in, but not to the important things.
Okay.
But yeah, I had sent that tweet to a close friend group chat, and
And they were all like, late.
yeah, and they were like, yeah, bro, I sent this in already. We talked about this, and I was just freaking out. I'm like, what? They
Yeah.
bought Activision. They bought Activision, right? And Blizzard.
Yeah.
Are they together or are they separate?
No, they're
It's
together.
Activision Blizzard, right?
Activision Blizzard is one.
Yeah,
company.
I freaked out.
Yeah. Actually,
I remember what you said. Now you said that you sent a picture about the Call of Duty, right?
yeah.
About how Sony's they're confident that Call of Duty will still be.
But that was after I sent a picture that said it, and then producer Dan, who was actually on the call with us today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
I love you, I guess.
Hi.
So producer Dan was like, "Oh, this is great news for Game Pass," and I was like, "Okay, so he didn't really read it because they're buying the whole company." So then we followed up and we talked about it, but I guess you also missed it in that chat too.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So what does this mean? What are the implications for the gaming industry? Is Call of Duty out for Sony?
Well,
No.
I don't think
No
so.
way that happens.
why do you say? Why are you so certain?
Because of the way they handled Bethesda.
I mean, aren't they pulling everything exclusive to Xbox?
Nope. Only one game. Only one new game.
What?
Everything else is still going to place.
Really? So the new Fallout will be on PlayStation. The new
Yeah, they're not going to destroy their fan base like that. Come on.
Also, wouldn't it be
Why
like...
are Xbox such a nice guy? Or is
No,
Microsoft such a
Wouldn't
nice
it,
guys,
isn't it
bro?
such a flex, though, that Xbox, all right, we'll make money off of you from our time.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
like
Microsoft,
thing.
you
Yeah.
being the bigger man.
Yo.
Why?
Well, yeah, because every time there's a PlayStation sale, that's money in Microsoft's pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Bigger person, sorry.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, don't forget, Halo is on Steam now, and they want Game Pass on every console. They
it's true.
They're trying
If
to
it was up
expand.
to Microsoft, they'd have Game Pass on PlayStation.
And
At least that's
Nintendo.
what they've led us to believe. Oh, and Nintendo, that would be amazing.
yeah.
There's actually a way to do it that I've been really tempted
Whoa. We don't
to
want
explore.
Doug Bowser coming after us.
That's a good point. Well, I mean,
We don't want
I guess that's
Miyamoto.
tampering, but I don't think there's anything illegal with that.
Are you talking about the Android interface?
Exactly
On,
on the Switch, yeah. There's
I
nothing,
don't-
there's nothing wrong with
Well, I
that.
mean, you have enough Switches.
I have
to
two
try it, but
exactly,
I don't.
and I have an original one which you can sideload really
Yeah.
easy.
Mm.
You have 2 Switches?
Oh, me and my wife have, yeah.
Oh.
I have the original launch, which is the easy to hack one, and then I have the DS Lite. I'm sorry, I also have a DS Lite too. No, that was actually didn't producer Dan get a new DS this
A
month?
DS
Yes.
Lite. I envy you
Shout
so
out
much.
to my friend
Okay,
who gave me a
so-
brand new DS Lite.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Is it brand new?
Well, it's
used.
practically
It's
brand new.
practically-
I didn't even
it's-
realize it had a screen
It's
protector
refurbished.
on. Not
It's
even
factory
man.
refurbished.
It's just in such good condition. I'm so happy.
It's certified.
Yeah, it's certified for humans.
So yeah, so do you don't think they're gonna take Call of Duty out?
I really
From
don't think
Sony.
so because okay, so Dan said that about Bethesda. I wasn't aware of that, and I still have my doubts. But I know that what they are leveraging is giving that all to you on day one on Game Pass. So even though they can still get sales from other platforms, the real key is selling Game Pass. And if you tell me that I'm going to get all those games included in that service, well, then I'm still not going to get it on other platforms. I'm going to get it. But for me, the model is Minecraft. Call of Duty's too big. It's like Minecraft. They didn't pull Minecraft or stop developing Minecraft games for other platforms. So I think Call of Duty is just too huge of a title on other platforms to pull it away.
Plus, you don't want to be that. You don't want to be.
You don't want to be
you
the
don't wanna-
other company.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to be that. I mean, Microsoft already did that thing where they said, "Oh, you can't borrow any games," and they got all that
Backlash.
No,
Backlash?
they actually were going to let you borrow games. You can't borrow games now because the market didn't know what they wanted. That's my stance, but we can talk about that some other time.
But yeah, I feel like they don't want to be the bad guys in the video game industry.
Yeah.
And doing this, you're becoming the villain if you remove.
I mean, I feel
Call
like
of
either
Duty.
way, you're still. They bought the company, so I think they're in the driver's seat, and they know where
Yeah.
they're gonna go from there.
Yeah,
I also think it's different than like paying for exclusive content. Actually being the one to now produce the content,
Yeah.
that's way different. That's getting in the game development. Well, they're already in the game of game development, but just doubling down and now taking care of the whole operation, funding the company. So that's different than just, paying cash out of your pocket to force exclusivity like Final Fantasy and other franchises.
I'm excited. I have Game Pass.
Yeah.
I don't use it, but I'm excited.
Well, Game Pass is like Netflix and like so many subscription services. Just happy that we have
Have it,
access
yeah.
if we ever need it, but
It's
never
there,
really get
yeah.
around to using it that much. Yeah.
If you guys don't have it, I recommend getting it. It's great.
It's the best service that you'll never use.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Game Pass.
I know you
Pass.
have that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, if you have more time, on your hands, and you're actually like a big gamer, especially if you have like a wide, diverse taste for games, it's the best thing going. Because I've played some gems there that I would have never purchased, but I'll take them off for a test drive, and every once in a while I'll fall in love with something. So
I love Game Pass.
Now, sticking with video games, Star Wars announced that they were releasing a few video games this coming year, right, Gabe?
Yeah. So actually, fairly recently.
they're for this year. Or
No, I don't think they're for this year. They just announced that they're in
My
development.
bad.
They just announced that they're in development. I believe 2 of them are from Respawn. The first is a sequel to Fallen Order. Love that game.
Oof, love that game.
And the second is a strategy game. They didn't give much more on that.
I heard there was 3 from Respawn. That's what I had heard.
maybe
I
there
heard
was-
the same thing.
Yeah, I think one of them was supposed to be an
I think it's
FPS.
3. Yeah.
The third one is by that trailer. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I just read an article, and by reading an article means the title
Title?
of a Reddit post.
Is that the first person
about an
shooter
Given
one?
through
article?
an article.
Yeah.
Was that the first person shooter one?
No, it was 3 titles by Respawn: first
then
person
another
shooter,
one?
strategy, and possibly a sequel to Fallen Order. Because they didn't confirm, but like, come on, they're obviously making that one.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, they confirmed.
Oh, they did confirm.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
For sure, one of the 3 is Fallen
Yeah.
Order. Okay. Well, there you go.
Which is the one?
Confirmed right here.
That's right. You heard it first here. You heard it first. That's why you want to follow S4M podcast.
Okay.
On social media.
About the social media.
Shameless plug.
Okay.
But I believe it was in December or maybe it was in January where they released a cinematic trailer for a video game that they were doing.
Yeah.
Is this one of them, Gabe, or is it another?
No, I don't think those are the ones.
Because that looked
That's a
beautiful. I
different
just had
studio.
no
Yeah,
idea
it's
what that
different
was.
studio.
Who's making that game?
Was that
Same
Ubisoft?
people who
Made Detroit, right?
Yeah, Detroit Become Human. I don't remember their name.
Is that the name of
but-
the game? Detroit Become Human? Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard something, but
That's
isn't
not Too Human, right? That's a different game.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard something that Ubisoft is making a Star Wars movie. I mean, sorry, show.
Oh my God.
Show movie. No,
Breaking
video,
right here.
Star Wars video. You heard it again, guys. That's why you follow
Yeah,
S4M podcast.
Ubisoft is making their second movie after the critically acclaimed and
Assassin's
successful
Creed.
Assassin's Creed film starring Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender is
I,
now. It's gonna
I
play
believe they are
Obi-Wan.
making
I
it.
actually saw that one in theaters.
So they are making a game, right?
Yeah.
I love that you're pointing to a computer
Pointing toward our computer,
that,
Danny.
that contains the essence
I'm
of
in
our
the
producer.
computer.
Yeah.
He is. What's the name of Plankton's computer from SpongeBob?
Krang.
Huh?
Karen.
Oh,
Karen, there you go.
Oh,
I'm
it's-
pointing at here.
It's not Krang from Ninja
Good
Turtles.
try though.
The brain that's inside of that
Oh,
machine.
well, yeah. I guess we could go with that.
And then also they are the Lego Star Wars, right?
Lego Star Wars finally got a release date.
Yeah. Dan's been trying to
Bro,
get us to
after-
talk about this for 2 years, apparently.
I just
That's
always
not
felt like
true.
they kept delaying it, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll get around.
Did
to
you
when it
guys watch
comes
the
out.
trailer for that?
Yeah,
You sent it to the
I did.
chat,
And
right?
no
I
one
saw
watched
that.
it?
I saw
I
that.
didn't-
I forgot
Wow,
that you
and
sent
no
it.
one watched
No,
it.
no,
I
Dan,
told
I
you. You know
watched
what?
it.
I see how it is.
Dan-
I see it.
but-
Also, you go ahead.
But I watched it.
Okay,
again.
at least Gabe
I'm
watched it.
sorry, I didn't watch it.
For the record,
Didn't it look great?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's something about those Lego Star Wars, man. It's just the way that they do the trailers, and
the thumbnail looked excellent.
it's so good.
Oh yeah, that did grab my attention.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was in a period where I bought like all the Lego games that came out, like around the time of Lego, like Batman 2. I love that game. Is it 2? Yeah.
Oh, that game was great.
Yeah. So I went back and played a bunch of old Legos, and then I was just buying all the Lego games that came out when they were on sale. So like I Legoed myself out. So I played all of the Lego Star Wars games. So it's gonna be hard to. You can get me excited about it, but I don't know.
See,
until you play
the
it,
same
I
thing
guess.
happened to me though, but the gameplay looks fresh.
Okay.
You have to watch the trailer.
I'll
it
watch
looks
the
different.
trailer. Yeah. And for the record, you have been trying to get us to talk about this for 2 years. I think your pitch of doing this show was like, "Ooh, you could talk about Lego," and I was like,
Bro,
Yeah,
don't
he's-
say
he-
that.
It'll
Don't
It'll be
lie
a
to
Lego
the audience.
podcast.
He's done now.
"Yeah."
My mission.
Lego
here is-
sponsor us,
Oh yes, please.
please.
Send
Make
me.
figurines of all of us.
Yes, and send me the Seinfeld Lego set.
They have a sign for
Yeah.
Yes, it's so
We saw it in
beautiful.
New York.
We saw it in New York.
was
It's $80. I
Nice,
also
man.
they had it at the Starbucks. Killed it. The Barnes and Nobles here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wanted to get
There's
it.
a Starbucks in Barnes and Noble, so it's
yeah,
close.
yeah.
Well, I guess I'm not gonna buy that Cowboy Bebop Funko set now.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you were ever
You
gonna
don't-
buy it.
Hey, it dropped down in price. It went from $100 to $79.99.
Oh, well, that's
Oh.
a steal.
Cancellation. That's what it does for you.
Oh. We didn't even get to talk about that.
We will one day.
Okay, that was December though, right?
Yeah.
Or was it January?
No, November. That,
That
it
was
came
November.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that was
November.
the-
Oh, okay.
that was
Because we were
November.
gonna talk about Cowboy Bebop at some point. We are like, oh, when the show's over, but it got canceled before we were done watching
Yeah.
it. So
But either way, we could talk a little bit about the show, but we could talk about the anime more.
okay, yeah.
All right.
All right. We also Disney Plus also released. Is it Disney Plus or Disney?
It depends
was
what
re-
you're gonna say.
Well, they released a trailer for the Moon Knight show.
Yeah, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Disney Plus.
How do you guys feel about that?
I'm so excited
got our
getting
boy-
to see Oscar Isaac
Our
again.
boy from Miami, the 305.
Which I don't think he claims, but it's still in my head.
We know you claim it, sir. Dale.
I tried to avoid this, but I couldn't that same night. Like I went to bed and I was like, nah, and then I turned the TV back on and watched it. I got a lot of good feedback. A lot of the students were excited about this. A lot of my peers, older people, were like, "This looks like a real show, like a good." I don't know. There's just something about it.
The
Looks.
term "real show" is funny.
It looks different. Sometimes we get spoiled with like the almost too many riches. Like we just have a lot of great shows, so I think that they're just kind of like superhero show. They're all awesome, but
they
like
classify it as well.
exactly, this looks genre bending. Maybe
Yeah.
it looks different. They don't know what to expect.
It looks fresh.
yeah,
I'm excited.
for sure.
Oscar Isaac, what a man.
What a
Beautiful, man.
what a
Beautiful man.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings also released was it a
That-
trailer?
no,
for,
that was
Not even
definitely
trailer.
not
a trailer for
Title
the
announcement.
title announcement.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen this, it is literally it's kind of like a take on the intro to Game of Thrones. It's a trailer just to announce what the name of the show
What a
is.
flex. Is that a
bit
flex? I don't know.
ostentatious. I don't know.
What's
Yeah.
the name of the show again?
The Rings of Power.
Yeah.
So it's talking about the rings that.
Okay, I want to point something out, that the whole point of the trailer was to announce the show, and we had to look up what the name of the show before we started this podcast episode.
Yeah.
So clearly,
Because we all had something similar.
yeah, like
I
the
said
Power of the Rings.
The Power Rings. I said the 10 Rings of Power.
Yeah, I said Shang-Chi and the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm not a huge fan of the title.
Yeah, I don't like it. It seems generic.
I mean, I'm
little
assuming
bit
they're
on
going to be
the
talking
nose?
about how the
The fact that it says rings twice, the Lord of the Rings, the
Lord of the
Power of
Rings.
the Rings.
Oh, that bothers me.
I keep thinking. Wait, is it Rings of Power? Or
Oh,
Power Rings.
Power Rings,
Power Rangers?
Oh, we all said that. Jinx, you guys owe us, listeners, you owe us a soda.
I don't think they said it at
Oh,
the
why
same
would you
time.
sort of?
Oh, maybe they did though.
Maybe they
Somebody.
did.
I like to think that out there. Some of our listeners.
Hey,
said
you
that
guys
at
said
the
it with
exact
us.
Same time. Yeah.
Every single listener said it.
Listen, Amazon paid a hefty penny
For that title.
to get these shows, so they can do whatever they want, I guess, with it.
They also apparently paid a hefty sum to make that title intro trailer.
Oh, we could have done
Nah.
that.
Oh, they had a
CGI.
video afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Talking
Of
like
how they
showing
made
how
it.
they made it.
That was
Yeah,
cool, yeah.
because it looks like a
No,
CGI
but it's real.
title intro, but they actually like got woodworking
I don't-
and like
yeah.
molten, like
Lava.
like a blacksmith to melt the iron.
There's a lot of lava in 1 week,
Yeah,
which will pay off later when we talk about one of the films we've seen.
yeah. I was kind of two minds of it because I thought, wow, this is impressive. Wow, they really dedicated their time and like paid attention to their craft, and also completely wasted all their time and money because I don't care. Like you should have just done
And
it on
it's
the
also
computer.
like, you're going out of your way to show us that.
yeah, you're
I
flexing.
thought it was cool, man.
I'm not trying to be negative.
I thought it was cool.
If the show's
I'm
great,
excited. Yeah, I'm
Oh yeah, I'm
excited.
excited
I'm
for the
excited to
show.
watch it.
I just think it's super funny to launch a trailer to reveal the title of
They
it.
bet.
Like imagine if Moon Knight was just like Moon Knight.
I want to imagine that Jeff Bezos was there watching them make this little trailer.
He was just standing in
Standing
was.
there.
Probably was there.
on a throne.
No, a
Oh.
spaceship.
Yeah. And then he didn't pay them.
Yeah.
I think there was like a meme
Oh,
picture of
wow.
Jeff Bezos in a
They
spaceship.
didn't- Oh, I don't want Amazon coming after us. Producer Danny.
We love Amazon.
Yeah.
Don't sponsor us, Amazon.
Oh, we're getting political
That could
now.
pay off our student loans.
What
man.
if they buy Spotify? What'll happen to us then?
We get canceled.
we have to say good
And then
things
our
about
Funko
Amazon.
Pops will go on sale.
Oh, well. For the anime fans, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie has its release date March
Did
18th.
who's a what's it?
Jujutsu Kaisen
Okay.
has its release date released. Oh, dang it. The release date for the Jujutsu Kaisen movie is going to be March 18th.
I've heard great things about this
That's
show.
exciting.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm excited.
I believe that's producer Dan's favorite anime
Series?
series.
Did I read it?
Ah.
So both
Ah.
favorite anime.
Yeah,
or-
honestly, both.
yeah, that's how I feel about Star Wars Visions.
You read it?
You read Star Wars?
Yeah, it's the
I read
subtitles.
the subtitle.
Yeah.
So we're excited. We're going to watch this. We're going to get some Korean barbecue before, right? Or
Yeah.
after.
Did
And
you
then
watch
we'll
that?
watch
Probably
it.
after.
Did you watch that dub or sub?
Which one? Star
Visions.
Wars Visions? Oh, dubbed, clearly.
Wait, they have a dubbed version?
Wait, are some of them are subbed? Or yeah, they're dubbed.
No,
I only
you can
watched
put
the
'em-
first. I
confused
only
by
watched
this.
the first episode.
You can put him sub, no?
The one with the samurai.
You can now, but when
black
it
and
first
white?
dropped, you couldn't.
Oh, it was only dubbed. At
Oh,
first.
dubbed. Okay.
The samurai one. Was,
Oh yeah, because I watched it late, so that's why I'm like, I thought I watched it subbed.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Gabriel, can you help us out here with this amazing news, the best news of the whole month?
Okay. I'm guessing I'm supposed to be trolled by this.
I don't know,
Yeah, he's texting now.
sir. We planned this episode.
Not really sure what's going on here. I mean, you did plan it.
We did.
It's even more confusing from behind a
It's just
computer
me.
screen.
It's just me looking at tweets I've sent to Link from one of the news things we've seen.
Our social media correspondent, I don't know what to call. Leanne also sent it to me.
Okay, so there was this tweet that I had read, and it says, "Breaking: Leonardo DiCaprio's ex-girlfriend, Camila Moroni, details the worst date of my life with the actor. He rented out a whole cinema and made me watch every single Star Wars movie while he ran around with his lightsaber pretending to fight bad guys."
What a king!
I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, as cool as he is he really that cool?
Of course he is, man.
Because, like, how are you going to complain about that?
There are people. As crazy as it is, there are people.
That's how you know she's not the one for you.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe this was a vetting process to
Yeah.
see like, should I continue? Because she's getting up there in the age. She's almost 25.
Okay.
Should I? Let me see. Let me see if she's the one.
All right,
This
that's
is from Leo's
Oh.
perspective.
That's
Yeah,
a good
correct. Yeah,
dark
not Link,
turn.
not Link. Yeah,
All right.
you know, Leonardo DiCaprio has this thing where he dates like 21 to 25 year olds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That Anthony Kiedis syndrome.
Yes, I mean when you're that beautiful and old and sexy, why not, right?
I mean, there's reasons, but okay.
But it's like now,
Yeah, now it's
should we like rent out a movie theater?
And
watch
vet-
all those Star
I
Wars
think that
movies?
before
No, no,
you
no, no, no.
propose, you should do this.
It's like a vetting process, right?
Yeah.
yeah. If she joins you, she's the one.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like you can do that high ground scene with her.
Yeah, but what if she does that? What if she pulls out a red lightsaber and you're like, you were supposed to destroy that? No.
You were supposed to bring what?
Yeah, I don't know. Balance to
The
our
Force.
relationship, not destroy it. And then you have to cut her up into pieces.
Burner.
Whoa.
That got violent.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. I
you,
got-
you use the lava from
You know
the
what,
Lord of
guys?
the Rings.
you know what, guys? Don't rent out a theater. Just
No, we did it. I think it's fun. We did it for our niece's birthday.
I still haven't been in one of those.
I meant like don't rent it
I
and
wanna
just play
do
all
that.
the Star Wars movies.
That'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be pretty cool. And what we do is just invite girls and see if it works. If it doesn't,
What like a The Bachelor? Like an
yeah,
episode of
it's a bad
Star Wars.
episode.
Yo, I'm
Oh,
down.
do we have an idea for a
What?
show?
I'm down.
Amazon Studios.
Geek Bachelor.
We have okay.
Let's workshop that.
All right,
name
let's
now.
talk to our lawyers. Let's talk to our
That's,
lawyers.
that's the concept. That's not
Star Wars
that's the
Geek
pitch.
Bachelor recap.
No.
Monthly recap.
Searching for your MacGuffin.
I don't know how to feel about
All
that.
right, well, that one will workshop.
I kind of like
yeah,
that.
we gotta workshop that.
Searching for your McGuffey,
for the Egg McMuffin.
McMuffin.
Searching for the McMuffin.
Yeah, that's right. That's our
I'm
spin-off.
with that.
And with that news, we end the news portion of. Was that actually real, Gabe, or? 'Cause
It was a satire account that tweeted it.
oh,
So take that as you will.
In our hearts, it's real.
You
though.
know what?
This
in my
was the
heart-
first I had heard of it.
in my heart, this is canon.
Okay, so Leo's an 11 on our scale.
Yeah, what a king.
The
Cares
perfect
about the
man.
planet. Cares about Star Wars.
Yeah, and he's a friend of the show because he was going to come to our table read, but unfortunately, due to COVID.
COVID, yeah.
It's a shame. Well, hopefully we'll make time for you.
Yeah, I
later,
think we can
Leo.
reschedule
Wow,
that.
hopefully we'll get him next time.
Apologies to Glomgold, who's been bumped for next week. Continue.
Yeah. All right, guys. So let's continue our monthly by talking about some of the stuff we read, played, movies and shows we watched. So I guess what we can do is we can start with books. Was there a book that you read this month that you really enjoyed? Some, what are you currently reading?
Well, me and Gabe have like a book club that apparently consists of just us.
I
Right.
try, man. I try.
Yeah, I know. Like Dan tries and he jumps in and out, and then he like falls behind. And then go ahead, Link.
I want to be in it, but I feel like I just slow you guys down too much. That's why
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't want
I
to.
remember.
He'd be like me.
Yeah.
We were like, "Would you like to read this book with us?" And we try to give Link his space,
Yeah.
Or would you just like to go at your own pace? And he goes, "Yes, I would like to do it alone, please, thank you." So
I'm an introvert reader.
yeah, that's
I
interesting.
didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't know there were like
That's-
different types.
Interesting.
Okay. So, I know I'm currently reading, so I'm not done with it. But we started reading like last year, I think. We read the first 2 chapters of the Thrawn trilogy.
During the pandemic.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
I read the first one with you.
Right.
Well, I finished like 2 months after. But
Yeah. Okay.
I started
So-
with you guys.
All right, cool. So you should definitely check out Thrawn Alliances, the second book. If any Star Wars fans haven't checked out these books, they are excellent. So there's like a whole new trilogy that came out. I think it's called Descendancy, right?
Is it by the same guy?
Yeah, it's by the same guy.
What's the name of the author? Do you remember?
Yeah, Timothy Zahn.
Zahn, yeah.
Yeah, he's basically the
I
creator.
don't know why I was gonna say Steve Zahn.
Yeah, no, it was definitely not Steve Zahn.
TZ.
So I'm currently reading that, but I know Gabriel read it in like a day or 2.
It was like 2.5. But the thing is, one thing I strongly recommend with these books, especially the Thrawn books,
Especially the Thrawn books.
are the audiobooks.
Yeah.
The narrator is Mark Thompson, I believe his name is,
Yep.
and the
love that guy.
production that they do into these books, into these audiobooks, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
They add sound effects, they add music, they had like background noise, as if like, because most of the setting is like on a Star Destroyer, on a ship or something like that, or even if you're on a planet, you hear like wildlife and like noises.
It's basically like a radio show. Like, it's a teleplay of Star Wars.
That sounds like
it's
fun.
absolutely incredible, and they add music. And the cool thing about it is like the music isn't really what's the word? It's not trapped to one era, so they can like they're in the Thrawn. What would you say? That's like the rebellion age, right?
Well, it depends what part of what book.
Well, that's true.
Because they jump back and forth, which is also great.
Oh,
No, it's
Tarantino.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But anyways, you can hear something from the Rebellion era, in the prequel era, or prequel music in the Rebellion era, and it's fantastic. Especially like when the book is climbing up, like it's like rising in action, and there's like battles and things going on, that it accentuates the talent that Mr. Zahn has been writing. He's fantastic.
Nah, and this guy Thompson is so good because he'll nail, like, I know in the book that I'm reading now, Krennic is in it, from Rogue One, and he like nails Ben Mendelsohn, the villain in Rogue One, and he like nails like this pseudo Mendelsohn. It's not exactly his voice, but it's like a perfect take on it, where like, this is what I want him to sound if he would be like adapted to
It's so
animation or
good.
something else, And his Thrawn is so good. At some point I had to ask Gabe, is there a full cast for this? Because like his Vader is good, and
Yeah, he does every character,
Even
and
the women's voices.
yeah,
yeah.
and he does them great. Like I don't know. I don't
Oh,
get it.
yes.
He's so good, and then he also does like
There's a little of that, but it's much better than that.
Than me.
there's
Yeah.
like a character also in the third book, the one you're on now. It's literally Sean Connery.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
check off Chopin.
It's not an established Star Wars character, so he can do his own take, and I guess I would have cast Sean Connery.
Yeah, no,
that's his take
Sean
on it.
Connery is that character for me.
Yeah, clearly. Like, I visualize Connery, in that role.
So yeah,
Does he talk about people's mothers?
Sometimes.
Oh.
what? Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
But the first Thrawn trilogy has been such a fun read,
Yeah.
and has made Thrawn one of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which trilogy did I read?
The first
book?
one.
The first one.
Okay,
Yeah, the
okay.
first one from
The
that
first
trilogy.
one, and then the second one, it's like a
team-up
It's like a
book.
buddy cop team up with
Vader.
Vader.
Vader, yeah.
Yeah.
And Anakin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
So what else? Anything you guys?
What else am I reading? I started The Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
part
that's
1,
next for us.
book 1, Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, it's my. to-do
That one's
list.
pretty lengthy, so I feel like we're gonna probably end around a
Mhm.
similar time. But one thing I have noticed is that there's I've watched those movies so many times throughout my life, and it's like almost like word for word I know the dialogue, and it's just incredible to read the book and to see how like there obviously there's similarities, but like kind of go more in depth as to what these characters are like, or what the setting is like, or what things were different from the films
Yeah.
and the book. And it's because I've heard your wife, like, because she's read them, right?
Which ones?
All of
the
them,
Lord
right?
of, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I
like
thought you said which one, as in wives. I'm like, excuse me,
No.
that's my sister.
Which book? I don't know why I zoned out for a split second and was like Thrawn.
zoning out is contagious.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And so I always hear like, oh, the relationship between Frodo and Sam is more of like a
Yeah.
servant master type, and I always thought that was interesting. And I'm reading in the book, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do see that.
Yeah, like it's super obvious. Like you can tell now looking at it. There's definitely a take in the films.
yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the other things I noticed was like in the Fellowship of the Ring, when Gandalf leaves Frodo to go like do his own little research,
He's gone for a while.
he's like gone for like 9 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's huge, and you don't feel. I
That's
mean,
incredible.
yeah. Again, different choices that are being made in the film that are.
You kind of
not-
have to do because of time constraint.
And it's also a credit, I think, to Peter Jackson and the whole team that adapted the book.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what I'm currently reading right now.
I'm currently reading the John Moxley autobiography.
Yeah.
I gotta read that.
Oh, I finished that like
Yeah.
last year. That's a good book.
Yeah, I started it last year, but then
If you're into pro wrestling or sports entertainment, You should definitely check that out. If you haven't read a book and you're interested, that's a good book to start because it's very like stream of consciousness. Like you don't need to know a lot because it's not like he's gonna bother to explain. I feel like it's just like if you were sitting in a room and he was talking. Yeah. So
I'm enjoying it. I love John Moxley, so
yeah,
number one pick.
he just came back recently from rehab.
And he's looking
Bless
so
him.
good.
He looks great.
Yeah.
What?
So he made that big step. Good for him.
Yes, he looks so lean. And that promo he gave,
Yeah,
wow,
excellent.
And then the fact that he cursed out that fan that told him, I'm like, oh, what a man.
That's such a good promo, man.
TBS probably wasn't happy about it, but
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, nothing, not really.
That's right. I dare one of you TBS executives to fight John Moxley.
Yeah. I have this.
He drinks blood now.
Sorry?
He did
sorry?
say that. He did say that.
He stopped drinking alcohol now.
Yeah, he drinks only blood now.
Yeah.
In character, right?
No, it's like it's a metaphor.
Nah, bro. He
'cause
needs his protein, bro.
he
Come on.
he trades in violence. You get it? It's a metaphor.
Violins?
Yeah.
He trains
He's
in
a
violins.
violinist now. Yeah.
So he drinks blood. I gotcha.
I have this bad habit or good habit, depending on how you look at it, where I'm always reading like 5 books at the same time.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I'm always lagging behind with Gabe. So in January, I finished the run of Hawkeye. We talked about it when Hawkeye came out.
Beautiful.
Right? I finished all the trade paperbacks. So I think those last 2 that I read this year.
I read Captain America White.
Oh, did
I guess
you?
we could talk
Yeah.
about comics, right?
Yeah, graphic novels. Those are books. Yeah,
I
I
read-
have them.
I think it's my least favorite of the colors of
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it is way later.
way later, and I
Yeah.
feel like it doesn't really. It's kind of a vague ending.
It doesn't really add much.
It's a vague ending. Doesn't really
Yeah.
tell you how he died, how Bookie dies.
Yeah, I don't think they want to like.
I know.
Yeah, it's
but
not
I'm like,
about that,
I
but-
didn't like that.
Oh, okay. That's.
But it was
very-
good. I mean, Tim Sale,
Yeah.
Jeff Loeb back again. Love that combo.
Yeah. So the 2 that I did to finish, that was L.A. Woman and Rio Bravo, and they were really good. I had forgotten. I didn't read them in trade paperback. You didn't either, right? You read the single issues, Gabe, when you finished the series
For Hawkeye?
Yeah. So like, I had forgotten that they do, like 1 issue Kate, 1 issue Clint, and you're like waiting 2 months at that time for the next part of the story.
Yeah. I don't think I've read a live run, like, as it's going.
Mm-hmm.
It's no fun.
And I don't know how people do that.
It's
Yeah,
not fun.
Because
not
it's like
fun,
it's
yeah.
like week like TV shows week to week, especially if it's good, it's hard enough.
Yeah.
Month to month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And reading that book, there's no way I could have done that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm reading the Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil run.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't go to the comic book store. I should wait for it to go on Hoopla.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wait like a few months for the graphic novel to be released. So it's like
Right.
okay,
So
it's the worst. Yeah.
yeah, but at least you get to read it all in one go.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the only way you get used to it as a comic book fan is they usually have a pull list. You have like a dozen books that you're following, so you always have something to read, and it kind of keeps you occupied. It's like when you're really into TV, and if you have like a huge DVR,
Yeah.
sure you're waiting for the next week's episode, but it's hard to get through everything on your DVR anyway. So that's kind of like
Yeah, that's how I am with my anime.
how it works. Yeah, but in the trade paperbacks they actually do like the Kate story, and then they do the Clint story, which I thought was so interesting. Because
Like the whole thing and then the other
yes,
thing?
because like it's like what I said, the graphic novels are like L.A. Woman and Rio Bravo, and I was like, that's not how
Yeah,
the book
no,
is.
I don't. I think I liked it, the interchange.
I did too, because I think that's how it was meant to be. So
I also read Man Without Fear.
oh,
You sent me a
Daredevil.
recommendation.
Yes.
So good, man.
So
The Daredevil
flipping
movie
good.
we never got, but eventually we got
The
season
show
1 of Daredevil. Yeah,
yeah.
it's basically
You could say is that.
yeah.
Fantastic.
What about shows? What did you guys watch this month?
I think continuing off of Daredevil, right? Producer Dan.
Oh,
has
yeah.
some
That's
light to
right.
shed.
Oh right, I finally watched season 3 of Daredevil.
What do you
Nice.
think, Dan?
It was the best
This is
television
nice.
of my life.
Okay,
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's January 2022, the new season of Daredevil, only for Dan.
Listen, I explained this. I thought I had watched it, but I never finished Defenders, so I didn't.
Well, the opposite thing happened to me and Link, because I think, even stated on this show that we never saw the 3rd season of Jessica Jones.
And then we realized
Yeah, we did.
we did watch it.
Yeah.
It's just so unforgettable.
Yeah, it's unforgettable,
So unforgettable. I'm sorry. It was
Unremarkable?
Unremarkable.
flammable, and inflammable. They mean the same thing.
Yeah, totally forgot about it. So Dan.
So nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good
that was
TV,
the
man.
review.
That's good TV.
I don't know.
If you haven't seen
Like I
Daredevil,
love
please watch
that
it.
season.
I think it's the best.
I have to rewatch it to be honest.
I
with
think
you.
it's one of the. I don't know, it's one of my favorite like
telling you.
seasons of television. Ever.
Your brother Link told me the other day that he's gonna go back and watch Daredevil. I think he hasn't rewatched Daredevil. He said Punisher is the only show that he's rewatched multiple times, and he always starts Daredevil, but season 1 is so slow. People keep saying that. I don't know what I'm
You
saying.
know what? I am disowning him as a brother.
Oh, okay, but
He's done. He's dead.
this was a
He's dead
positive
to me.
thing. Daredevil and Punisher are the only 2 shows he goes back to.
Oh, okay. Then he's going back. To it?
Yeah, exactly. He did go back to. So he's like
Does he
started.
continue?
Well, because I reminded him, oh, season 2 is Punisher. Remember? He's like, oh, that's right. So he's gonna push forward.
He better, or else
it is
our
weird.
relationship is over.
It is weird because I've rewatched Daredevil. I think
I've done it twice.
3 times. I've rewatched Punisher 4.
Well, it's shorter. You first of all, and
I don't know. I also think it's because like it's when I rewatch them twice has been with like I'm showing somebody the show.
yeah,
Mm.
okay.
So I'm rewatching with them.
I haven't rewatched either. Is that bad?
No. But it's just like
I don't really usually rewatch shows.
I know. You don't?
No,
Oh,
only
man.
comedies.
Okay, yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching you, girl.
Because it's kind of like, what is it? Like, what's that term? Pleasure food?
Comfort
Comfort
food.
food?
Comfort food. Yeah, definitely not pleasure food. Comfort food.
You were saying, Gabe?
I always seem to find like myself going back to Punisher. I don't know. I feel like the rewatchability is really good. But yeah, maybe give it a rewatch. I know there's a bunch of stuff, but
That's also the problem. Like trying to find the time to go back and
Back,
rewatch
yeah.
something. Because when I rewatch a comedy, it's usually like on in
22
the
minutes.
back. Yeah, and it's in the background.
yeah.
I can be like eating, doing something, working. You know.
that's the thing. I think with me, I don't like. I like having stuff in the background, but if it's a story-driven show, I have to see everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to see
Yeah,
everything.
you have to pay attention.
And that's just something with me. Like I can't really miss out on anything because I feel like there's little details that I miss out by just like looking somewhere else. But yeah, there was I forgot what I was gonna say.
Speaking of paying attention, something I've been paying attention to this month. We can't really talk about it. No spoilers, but the 2 shows I've been following are Peacemaker and the Book of Boba
You
Fett.
haven't seen
Now I remember.
Peacemaker at all.
You haven't seen Peacemaker at
No.
all? So they dropped.
Neither.
I think I'm just gonna wait for it to finish and then.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense. They dropped 3 episodes the first week, and then like I got on the cruise right away, and I tried to download them so I could watch them on the ship, but the HBO Max app is not a, let's say, easygoing, cooperative app. So then by the time I got back, I just forgot that I was supposed to watch Peacemaker, and then they dropped the 4th episode last Thursday. So that day I was like, oh yeah, there's 4 now. So I saw the first one, and I've seen the second one since then. I still got to catch up on 3 and 4th. This week is episode 5. So there'll be 5 out. Hopefully I'll catch up by next week. But so far so good.
Yeah, I just kept hearing about the intro.
Yes.
I had a friend that was like, the intro's so great. And I had
Okay.
seen some stuff on Twitter about it, like greatest intro to a TV show. And I actually ended up just watching it today. I saw the first 2 episodes, and I think it's great so far. I think
Yeah.
it's fantastic. I think
Is
John
it
Cena's
written
actually
by
really well.
James Gunn and
Okay.
directed by James Gunn.
Okay,
The
then
first
we're
2
good.
that we saw.
Then you know you got quality right
Yeah.
there, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the first 2?
The show's written, and the
makes
first 2 are directed. Yeah, I'm not sure about the 3rd one, but I know that's why they
But is
dropped them
everything
like
else
that.
written by him?
Yeah, the whole show's written and executive produced by him, and I know for sure because I've seen the titles, he directs the first 2 for sure. He directs the last one, I'm pretty sure too, and I'm not sure which one's
Okay.
in between.
And I mean, that's what I was going to say about being overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote like a list of like on a sticky. I wrote a list of shows that I needed to watch and keep up with, and it's just I find myself I'm like, what do I watch now? What do I watch now? Like, there's just so many things. What app do I go to on this giant list of streaming sites?
Yeah.
And
the funny thing is, there's like a new level of commitment now because we have the show. So it's kind of like, I have to do it. I have to be organized.
Exactly.
Like, this is almost part of my workflow.
yeah, I have to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I was always like, man, I watch so much TV. I watch so many movies. I wish I could like talk about it or like do it for like a job or something. and now it's like with this show. I mean, it's not like a job, but I also
It's like a job.
Yeah, but I also like want to be prepared.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was funny.
So you're watching Peacemaker and the Book of Boba.
The Book of Boba. That you're watching, right?
That I haven't watched the latest episode
The
yet.
last week's.
No one say anything
Or this past week's,
this
yeah.
past week.
Mhm.
Oh, we timelines, time
Travel.
time travel. But what I'm watching this month besides A Book of Boba is I'm trying to finish the Curb Your Enthusiasm series. I feel like I'm such a big Seinfeld and Larry David fan that it's kind of disrespectful in my opinion to them that I haven't watched the Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I'm
Well, I guess
watching.
I have
So
to
why
go-
are you
well,
a
I
fan
guess-
of Larry?
guess I
Oh,
have
just
to
because
watch
of his
Curb
writing
now.
on Seinfeld?
Yeah, writing on Seinfeld. I've seen his stuff, like whatever he's in. I just love Larry David, and I've always seen the first 2 seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I will stop there.
Yeah.
But now I'm almost on season 4, so I'm excited. So I'm watching that.
Are we just gonna skate past Book of Boba Fett? By the way, like that's.
I don't want to.
Well, because we're gonna talk about it later.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
have a
we-
whole episode.
when the show is over,
so
we're definitely
talking
going
about
to.
it, yeah.
But my review right now, in the moment, it's been a roller coaster ride. That's all I'll say.
I don't even want to get into it, man. Like, I just saw the new episode, this week's episode, and
last week's
Yeah, this
Time travel,
upcoming
bro.
Wednesday there'll
Time
be
travel.
another
Went back.
episode.
time
Okay.
travel.
and
I haven't watched it.
I'm not gonna say anything, obviously, but it's difficult to express because, like George, it's a roller coaster, and that's what I'll get into.
Okay.
Anime wise, I am watching the show called Ranking of Kings. I don't know if you guys watched it or heard of it, but it is
Oh, no.
fantastic. It was nominated for the Crunchyroll Anime of the Year award,
Okay.
so I'm excited for that.
Does Crunchyroll give an award for the very shows that they themselves provide?
I'm not sure if it's they them. No, I'm not sure how that works.
Okay.
They don't produce it, right?
Yeah,
No, I know, but they're pretty much the only distributor. So that's
no,
like-
because there's Funimation as well.
yeah, but
and
Funimation shows can't win the Crunchyroll. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
but,
Like,
but the thing is that both like this Ranking of King is both on Funimation and Crunchyroll.
oh, it is on
yeah,
both. Oh,
because
okay.
I watch it on Funimation.
Okay.
So if you guys haven't watched that, so
Why do you watch it on Funimation instead of Crunchyroll?
Because they don't have profiles in Crunchyroll,
Okay,
and I
got
share
it.
an account there, and I
Okay.
don't like the mess that
Does
this
Funimation
person.
have profiles?
It does not,
But
it's,
they don't. no
Wait,
one's
what?
watching
I
it.
don't share my Funimation.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because I've been on Funimation. It's
They
not
don't have,
fun.
It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, no. They also don't have profiles.
It's more like Crashimation or pause and reset the
Hey.
appimation.
It's actually not bad on the phone and iPad.
On the Xbox, it's horrible.
Well, it's not bad on my X. I mean, I watch it on the Xbox, and it's not bad.
Okay, I did not have a good experience.
Anime wise, week to week, Demon Slayer,
Ah,
and
Hey, I just
I
got
am trying.
I can't do.
I am
Demon Slayer.
trying to go to like watch Attack on Titan.
Hey, you should check out Death Note.
It is. I will. I think after I
I
watch
feel like
Bleach.
this conversation is gonna come up again and again every time Dan's on the show.
But I think at this point, Attack on Titan, I just get sad when I
Yeah.
watch the show. Like I just feel depressed. I don't know what it is. Like the tool that they're using to make it. I don't know what it is, but
Hot take, it just sucks.
hot takes.
Is that a hot take?
I don't think it's a hot take.
honestly,
I feel like a lot of people,
honestly, these
If you- if-
like these
if-
recent
if-
season, bro. I
No,
wouldn't
'cause
argue
the
it.
last episode, finally something cool happened. I'm like, okay, we're 4 episodes in, and Mikasa finally has her like badass scene.
Yeah, I was
Come on.
like catching up on season 4, and then like there's a point I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm gonna stop watching. And then Levi just
Dies.
What just happened?
What?
Why would you say that?
You're season 4.
But everyone
even
else
happen.
isn't.
that isn't even you did this before. I was talking about
That doesn't
Levi.
even
I was talking
happen.
about Levi destroying.
I don't
his-
even know
his
what
comrade
this guy's talking
Titans.
about.
Wait,
Oh.
Dan, you're caught up and that doesn't happen?
Yeah, I read the end.
Wait.
Well, now this is, I guess, a spoiler for that. But he's
Okay.
that. does
I'm not
Oh,
there
you're
yet.
you're in the first part of season 4. Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought
Oh
you were
my-
talking about the second part, like the last.
Abandoned. Chip. Exit. Close browser.
Oh no, I should say.
I don't know what to do about this.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Leave
think that's
all
it for
this
anime.
out.
I think
I
I'm gonna.
think that's
I'm,
it for the
actually-
show this month.
I'm waiting for My Hero. I guess is it over? Is My Hero over?
Yeah.
No.
My Hero's trash. Read it instead.
But is it over? Like this season?
Hot take. Yeah, it's over.
Okay, then I'll fine watch
You know,
it.
I haven't watched the new season of Demon Slayer because I can't.
It's
I've
good,
read
man.
the manga. I finished it.
Oh,
I
right.
watched Mugen Train. I can't see Rengoku die for a third time.
I didn't watch that.
Are we
man.
just throwing
Whoa.
spoilers? What is
you
happening
stop
right now?
doing that?
It's not my fault. It's
Link.
not
Yeah,
my
what-
fault.
How is that not
How is
your
that not your fault?
It's not my fault. You've
Bro,
had time to
what?
watch
No,
it.
you can't just say characters' deaths from a show that's still ongoing, dude.
It's okay. Don't worry. You don't even know who he is.
Okay. Well, I mean, the moment he shows up on the show.
You're gonna forget the name I said.
I listened to these
Bro.
episodes back.
This is
I
not
don't
the
even
name
know
I
what-
said.
Stop
Dude.
waving your hand in front of me.
Jedi mind tricks.
What do I do about this? I'm gonna have to delete all of
Nah.
Link's audio.
No, leave it in. Leave
Okay.
It in.
Other than that, I gotta watch. I saw Snowpiercer just came back.
That's not an anime.
No, we're
I-
moving past anime.
But I didn't get this. Okay, well, I haven't
Are you
watched
watching
Before
anime?
Link spoils something.
yeah, exactly. I can't. It's
Okay.
too much of a risk.
in the vein of animation. I started watching Arcane, League of Legends on Netflix.
Oh, I finished Arcane.
I'm
Actually,
stuck
yeah.
in episode like 3, and
I'm-
people say
me
it's
too.
amazing, and
Me
I'm
too.
like, okay, when is this gonna become amazing?
Did you watch it?
I
Dan?
think the animation is amazing.
No, the animation's great,
Yeah,
but
and then
story wise, I'm
Arcane?
like, when is it gonna?
No.
All right, I finished Arcane.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Okay.
I also feel like
It's overhyped.
people were. I don't want to say overhyped because it is really good.
Mm.
I think it's great, but I also was like, people were like show of the year and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
Right.
it was really good.
Yeah,
And
season 3 of Daredevil is a show of the year.
I do. I think my show of the year was Ted Lasso.
I agree.
I do think that. It is really good and you should finish it.
Mm-hmm. Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Arcane. I know what we're talking about.
But yeah, finish Arcane, both of you.
Oh,
And
I,
if you, Dan.
I finished. I at the beginning of January, I got sick. I thought I had COVID. Didn't have COVID, but I was out of commission,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched Death Note. That was good.
Was it good?
Hey, let's give ourselves a round of
See?
applause for having this show all throughout January with periodic traveling and COVID.
Yeah, I've gotten sick twice this month, and every time I get.
Can we
got
tell
sick,
the
I thought it
audience
was-
about
I thought I had
Link
COVID.
and I's ongoing bet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so producer Danny and I are the only ones in this room who haven't gotten COVID. So we're in this competition.
Allegedly.
Whoa,
No,
whoa!
what-
I
you were-
know. I
what-
haven't got it.
Oh, okay. So we were on this competition to see who gets it first.
No,
And-
that's not what the competition is.
who,
It's
no,
who gets it first.
who-
Am
I mean, sorry.
That's the winner.
The competition
I should
is
just
whoever
go
gets
out.
it, who doesn't get it. Like
Yeah,
the first
last
person
man standing.
Yeah, exactly. And this month, you know what? I thought I lost
Yeah, several times.
several
Bro,
times.
I
twice.
thought I won 3 times.
But out of the ashes, I have I
You are the
rose
phoenix.
like a phoenix, and I just got
You are the Jean Grey to a Cyclops.
exactly.
yeah.
Oh, I don't like Cyclops.
We'll update.
That's
the
why
podcast
Dan. That's
on
why
that
Dan
bet.
is Cyclops.
Yeah, okay.
I like
makes sense.
Cyclops.
Actually, Dan has a Cyclops energy.
Yeah. Oh man, don't say that. I don't want to dislike Dan.
But why?
What?
Do not like
How?
Cyclops.
Cyclops just misunderstood, man.
Do not want to
I
dislike.
misunderstood.
He's the right one for Jean. Anyways.
No, it's Wolverine.
That's how is that is so incorrect. Anyways,
Every woman is for Wolverine.
okay, that's
That's also correct.
Hey man, leave some for the rest of us. Am I right?
And now we go to our movie section. Any movies that you actually, you know what we can talk about? This past weekend,
yeah,
we watched the Sundance movies.
that is correct.
Did we talk about Tenet?
Oh, because
No.
we didn't talk about the show about nothing. Everyone loved it except for you, Dan. Moving on.
You didn't.
I watched in December actually, so it doesn't count.
Yeah,
You didn't like it
exactly.
for real?
Yeah, he really didn't like it.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa! I didn't. Guys, I gave it a 7. That's
We're
not.
moving
That's
on.
not
We're moving.
liking
We're
it.
moving on.
Yeah, yeah.
We're moving
Okay.
on.
So yeah,
We're
this
never
past
gonna talk about Tenet.
That's right. We don't talk about
About
Tenet.
Tenet.
oh, I don't want Lin
Oh,
Manuel.
I've seen that movie like 8 times in January thanks to my niece.
So yeah, this past weekend we watched Sundance movies.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend Pookie hooked it up.
Not this past weekend, the weekend before.
The
that.
weekend before
Time travel.
Time
I'm
travel.
sorry, I don't know how that
Can we
works.
just say what day it is?
I was really
I'm about to
confused.
just say the date.
Full disclosure, we did not record this yesterday. Okay, we were.
Listen, the time travel is akin to that of Endgame.
Yeah,
It
Endgame
doesn't
time
make
travel makes
sense.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it kind of. But yeah, it was past. I mean, at some point in this month,
In January.
in January, we watched Sundance movie because our friend Pookie hooked it up. Because of the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
Sundance they weren't able to meet in person.
That's correct.
Right?
They actually
So
did
what
not
they
have
ended up
any in
doing was
person.
they ended up having like their own like a temporary streaming service
It's
for
virtual.
their movies.
Well, they set
a
it up
virtual
last
film
year because
festival.
they were all online last year, and they
Oh,
thought they were going to reopen this year,
but they did it again.
but they did.
But
it
the
again.
recent like Omicron.
And
Yeah.
if you paid a
Search.
certain amount of money, I'm not sure how much he paid.
Not in
700.
Yeah, 7. We're gonna assume 700
Nah.
because he bought like 4 film tickets, but somehow had access to the entire weekend.
Yeah, 700 was like how much you'd pay for the entire catalog.
the all you
if
can
you
eat.
can like watch.
Wait. What if we? Where do we ratting
Yeah,
them
what?
out?
Well,
Are we adding them out?
Sundance, don't go.
They're
on that
definitely
friend.
listening.
We watch
listening
films we
to
paid for.
yeah, he paid for the the complete.
I mean, the equivalent of it, yeah.
yeah,
So he paid $800.
exactly. Let's
That's
go.
right,
with
$100 more than he should
it.
have.
Yeah, he tipped him.
He tipped them. So this past weekend we were able to watch some movies.
Yeah, not enough, unfortunately. It was my dad's 80th
Ugh.
birthday, so we had to carve out a huge chunk of the weekend dedicating
2
it.
days.
Yeah,
Party
it was
for-
like
we
an
partied for 2
extravaganza.
days.
And I don't
Yeah.
think he even enjoyed any of it. Anyways, but
No, he smiled.
yeah, that's right. He
He
did smile
smiled
at one
once, and
time.
I was like, "What?"
You know, the irony was that he was a filmmaker growing up, so he probably would have enjoyed the Sundance Festival more than the birthday party celebration.
You think he would have enjoyed Emergency?
No, I think you would have enjoyed watching Monday Night Raw instead.
That's true. Falling asleep in the third hour.
So yes, we watched. I think we watched like maybe 3-4 movies. We watched
Yeah.
the volcano movie. What was it called?
Fire
Fire
of
of
Love.
Love.
Fire of Love. It's not the lava one right before Moana.
No.
It's called the Fire of
That
Love.
one's good
That
too,
was a
though.
documentary
That one is.
about two.
Yeah, it's the live action adaptation.
Yeah,
so.
it's a little, documentary about two volcano scientists.
I'm going to call it right now. It is the quirky documentary that Wes Anderson will adapt into his next film.
Honestly,
You know what? That's
you're
perfect.
so right.
What?
That's what it felt
Oh,
like.
Dang. Do it, Wes Anderson, you coward. Do it.
Wes Anderson, we value you.
We love
We
you.
value you as a viewer.
I really enjoyed The French Dispatch.
I have not seen it yet.
Neither have I.
Someone
February
dies. Someone
list.
dies.
That's not even funny, man.
Not
Coulson
WSD.
dies.
So we watched a volcano movie. Then afterwards, we watched a comedy called Emergency.
Yeah, that
which
was
for
good.
me was my
It's
favorite
probably
movie.
the best one for me.
I
Yeah.
thought, yeah.
Well, Fire of Love was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, especially since it's like it's.
Oh, that's the name of the volcano one?
Yeah,
Oh,
Fire
okay.
of Love.
It's like documentary footage. Like it's a documentary and like found footage and stuff like that.
Yeah, I used the term found footage, but I realized that it was like, oh, no, that's like Blair
Like,
Witch.
they just get-
right?
yeah,
Like
found-
fan-
yeah.
Yeah, so it's what I meant was like it's archival footage, but I think that they just discovered the footage. You know what I mean? Because there was a movie a couple years ago, The Amazing Grace, that was like the lost tape of Aretha Franklin performing the album live. But anyways, yes, it's documentary. It's all archival footage.
So yeah, that one. And then we did Emergency, which is a comedy about 3 minorities finding a unconscious white girl in their apartment.
Yeah.
And being scared to go to the cops because they're minorities.
Which our friend did a great job like setting up the festival because he even gave us the resources. Like this is the
Yes.
short
Yeah,
film.
shout
that
out
it's
Pookie,
based on.
man.
Pookie, MVP
Or,
of
he
that
was so
weekend.
organized, Google Docs and everything.
Yes.
Even before the film festival.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had like a script reading for a secret project.
Yeah, and I thought that also that we were gonna get like pamphlets and like lanyards, but it was a digital festival, so everything was digital. He
Fantastic.
just messaged me with it. But Emergency was based on the short film, so if you can look it up, I believe it was on Vimeo, if I'm not mistaken. But just Google it. That Emergency short is really good. The movie was
It's even better.
Wow.
Oh, I think this is might be the comedy of the year.
At the beginning. What,
Yeah.
last year?
No.
For 2021?
For 2022.
So you just think
At
it's
the
gonna beat
beginning of
out
the year,
all the movies you have
everything.
no idea what you're watching.
Because they got picked up by Amazon Studios. Thank you, Amazon. It's gonna be released at some time in May.
I think in May, yeah.
So it's 2022. But
Yeah.
I think I feel with the way comedy movies are going, I don't think there's anything better than this.
Okay. Was the French Dispatch a comedy?
I don't know. Would you consider Wes Anderson movies?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think this one was funnier. Yeah.
Okay. So Emergency was great, and then we saw
Fresh.
Fresh.
Brad.
Everyone's favorite Winter Soldier is
Oh.
back.
Yeah.
And that one's just creepy.
Yeah, it
You
was
know,
crazy.
Taking his pound of
Yeah,
flesh.
Please do not let them know
No, now
anything
you-
that happens in the movie.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I
because
was watching Civil War and the movie ruined Sebastian.
It's gonna be
I was
weird
like,
when
I
you
don't
see him
like
as
this
Luke
guy.
Skywalker.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, I
You guys think that's
don't
really-
trust Luke.
you think it's really gonna happen?
No.
Okay.
One day.
Now that he has
Is
a-
that my dream? Maybe. But do I think it's really going to happen? I don't think so.
I've heard rumors. Is that just me?
What?
Yeah, I've heard rumors about season 3
Since when?
recently. Okay. I mean, I don't know. They're just rumors.
But you know what? I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm not going to look into this stuff.
Yeah, don't look at
Someone
it.
sent
Go
me, my old roommate sent me a kind of like a cast list, a leaked cast list for Doctor Strange.
No, that's
And I did not I didn't open it. I didn't
Please
open it.
tell
I
him,
was like,
please
you know
don't-
what?
Please don't do that.
And the funny thing is, as he was texting me that, he was listening to a previous
David
episode.
Hasselhoff is in it. Good.
He was listening to a previous episode where he was like, where I said the same thing, where I was like, I'm not gonna look into this stuff. I'm gonna keep it. And so like he's just like, I'm just listening to this episode. I apologize. I'm sorry. Don't look at it.
Delete.
You should
yeah.
send it to me so
No,
I can look through
no.
it.
No, we don't want that. To
You're gonna,
happen.
you're gonna have to search for that yourself.
Man.
Just keep searching.
Hey, he said it.
So yeah, so we watched Fresh. It was good with Sebastian Stan.
Mm-hmm.
It was I liked it.
It was interesting. Yeah, I thought it was good.
good.
Probably not
One
my
way to put
favorite
it.
movie
It's like
of the
a
weekend.
horror. Would you-
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm not a huge fan of horror.
a horror romance.
Yeah.
I would say thriller.
Can we
I would-
really
yeah.
say romance?
Musical.
It's the first act.
From Sebastian
the
Stan's
first act.
perspective, it's a romance.
The first act is a romance. Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I
think-
enjoyed it.
I, think
I
I,
just-
I enjoyed all three films.
yeah,
think
I
the-
did too. That
I-
first night.
I also just think that the Fresh, the one with Sebastian Stan, just caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I kind of thought I knew where it was going, and then it
Yeah.
was like still like nah, I don't.
Yeah. Then the
then
next day,
The next day we watched two movies.
How was
Yeah.
it? How was it? I didn't get.
What were the ones that we watched?
the first one we watched After Yang, starring Colin
Yeah.
Farrell.
That one was
Was it
good.
good?
It was very good.
Yeah.
That's when we found out that we saw season 3 of Jessica Jones after all.
Yeah, because one of the actresses there was in Jessica Jones.
Yeah, and then
And we're like,
Lucas-
no, that person was in season 2. Turns out she was on season 3.
so clearly we saw it.
Yeah.
But that movie was really good. I highly recommend it. It's about I mean, it's a sci-fi futuristic tale of a mixed family. That means adoption and or android.
And interracial.
Yeah. So it's very
Wow.
it's very
That sounds interesting.
it is very interesting. It was very good. It's very methodically paced and it's a very reflective movie, but I thought it was beautiful.
And what was the second one you guys watched that day?
I don't remember the name. It was the documentary on VR chat.
Yeah. And it's it's about like these people finding love through VR.
Yeah. But the thing
Like
is
Black
that
Mirror?
it's
Not
just
the Black Mirror episode.
no, not the Black Mirror episode.
More wholesome.
Yeah. The only thing is that the whole story is told through VR chat. So there's
Oh.
no like voiceover or like any real world
Or
footage.
narrator.
Yeah. So
It's different.
It was
You
different.
need a lot of context.
Yeah, I didn't know what VR chat was, so basically Pookie just explained to me what was going on during the course of the film. But I feel like if you didn't have someone in your ear, you'd be very like general audiences. I think would be very lost. And also, I just thought it was like a good like 45-minute
Not 90.
documentary, but it goes like 90 minutes.
Yeah, it drags on a lot.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
It was
That's
interesting.
really long for.
Yeah.
I might find love in VR. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna find love in our spin-off,
That's right.
Oh
What?
yeah.
the movie theater.
Searching for the
for-
one.
Yes,
The
that's
one.
right. Yeah,
I like
yes,
that
yes.
a lot more.
We're gonna can't wait for that contest
Yeah.
for our love.
reality show competition.
Aside from that, all I've seen in theaters is Spider-Man: No Way Home. I just
Wait,
keep rewatching that. Sorry.
That is true. Okay.
And that movie's beautiful.
But before you go, we made a mistake and we watched the VR chat movie. What we should have watched was
892? Is it 893, 892?
A92.
A92.
A92,
With our boy John Boyega,
Which I heard-
Moses from Attack the Block,
which I heard was
also
amazing.
Finn from Star Wars.
That's right. He was
What?
also in Star Wars.
When is that getting a
He
major
has something
release?
to tell you.
I
Do
don't
we
know?
know?
But I want to watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep it.
I'm still waiting for Finn to tell me.
Keep on searching. For
Yeah,
that
I'm
one.
still waiting for him to tell us
Yeah.
what he had to say.
And now so that's kind of the Sundance experience. We never would have been able to go to the real
If it
festival,
wasn't
I
for
don't
the
think.
pandemic.
Right. So we went to our first
Film,
Sundance.
yeah, it felt
and now
fancy.
and now we just
where
kind of
is the real Sundance?
Not gonna lie.
Utah, right?
Yeah, it's in Utah.
Yeah.
Is
I,
it?
I
Yeah.
was really
I'd like to go.
disappointed that we didn't get pizza because I thought this whole week, that whole weekend, we were gonna order pizza.
Was this
I
verbalized?
Had
I don't know. I just imagine.
I heard him say
we
it.
had great cheese.
But we had. I mean,
we had great cheese.
Oh, you just
There
said
was good
fancy,
cheese.
right? Sundance. We had a cheese platter.
was great.
I
crackers,
devoured all that cheese.
guava.
We had these garlic Ritz crackers, and I just kept eating
Shout
them.
out to my wife.
They were so good.
No, I didn't
Shout
even
out.
realize they had garlic.
There was honey
No, there was
wheat.
two. There was two
There
different
was
ones.
honey wheat and there was garlic.
Because I arrived
butter.
late.
I don't know if you had a garlic one because I pretty much ate all of them.
No, I arrived late and there was cheese and I devoured all the cheese that was left because I.
Brie
the
cheese.
cheese was great.
and grapes,
I
right?
really-
Yeah,
Man,
great.
it was
Great
that was such a
cheese,
great
yes.
spread.
But I wanted pizza.
But you
Next
got a
time.
bowl of hot Cheeto popcorn instead.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah.
I expected more.
Yeah, I
Because you
expected
didn't
more.
say anything about pizza that night, though.
You're right. I
Oh.
thought we were gonna do it.
Okay, so that was
I
our
feel
movie.
you had opportunities to say pizza.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
bad. My
you
bad. I'm
really
sorry,
did.
guys, for not communicating.
And that's like a quick just phone order and it's right there.
exactly.
Yeah.
My
Next
bad,
time,
guys.
next time. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so like you said, you saw Spider-Man over and over, Gabriel.
Yeah, pretty much that's all I've seen in theaters this year.
I canceled my A-list for a couple months.
That's perfectly
I
understandable.
think the word paused.
Yeah, well,
Better.
I mean, you don't really pause it. So for me,
Because
for
they
all
used to have
intents
a
and
pause,
purposes,
right?
Yeah,
Then this isn't it.
that was only a pandemic pause. But I had to cancel. Supposedly, I'm not supposed to sign up for another 6 months, but I'm pretty sure I can upgrade already in the app. I'm gonna wait till March for the Batman, which I'm really excited about. But I don't really have anything, and also like I'm ending my immunity period, so I'm just not gonna go out that much. But with that being said, I am looking forward to Batman, and I'm gonna be watching a lot more at home than in theaters. You know what? The real reason I actually paused my A-list was because they delayed Morbius.
Oh, I can't wait for more. I
When
love
did-
Jared
When did they
Leto.
delay that to?
Jared Leto's so cool.
Jared Leto's so cool.
And with that, we
That's
pretty
in
much
April, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
April Morbius. So get ready for that monthly. No, we're gonna do a whole episode on just Morbius.
And with that, we caught you guys up with what we watched, read, movies and shows that we watched, stuff we read.
What you should watch,
what you
read.
should- yeah. So right now, what we do is we're gonna recommend one of the medias that we consumed this month,
we're doing that. Oh,
That's
so I
one of
totally
them.
stepped on your
Yeah.
toes. Okay.
and just one of the things, either something you read, a show you watched, a movie, just one thing to recommend to our listeners / viewers. We'll start off with you, George.
Really? Okay. I got. So I had a student who recommended me the book Wonder when she was a freshman. She's graduating now, so I finally got around to reading it, and I fell in love with it. And I haven't seen the film yet, and I feel like I'm not gonna like it.
Is that the kid with the story with the kid's deformed face?
Yeah, with the deformed face and all that.
That's Jacob Tremblay, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
What?
nah.
You don't like that kid?
Isn't that Hawk?
Okay, I don't know.
We got beef.
Hawk? Is it Hawk?
That's not.
Why do people not like that kid?
Yeah. What's that about?
This is not the first time.
I mean, if
I've
Gabriel
heard
has beef with him, then I have beef with
It's
him.
a deep-rooted issue.
I mean, Gabriel has beef with a couple actors
Yeah,
that I don't
I have
understand.
beef with of Anthony.
Who's
I
the
was
other
gonna say
one?
Anthony.
I don't
Kiedis.
understand that
Anthony
one either.
Mackie.
Yeah. Anyways,
I
this
don't
book.
understand
Mackie, yeah.
I
This
have beef with Dave Patel.
Dev
Why?
Patel, we squashed that.
Oh, we squashed it. Okay,
But go ahead,
The Green
continue.
Knight.
the
I'm so confused.
anyways, long story short, it's a YA book, so it's obviously for younger audiences, but I loved it. The mom is Brazilian and she's played by Julia Roberts in the movie, so I think I'm gonna hate the movie immediately. Okay, but I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Roberts sounds Brazilian.
Okay. Her
Robert-
mom is Brazilian though
Roberto.
in the movie, which is like, okay, so you knew the character was Brazilian. Anyways, so I got deep into the Wonderverse and I got like the children's book. And I got it for my niece. And then I like downloaded all the short stories. I'm gonna read them this month. So like the Wonder books, if you're into YA, I think it's really sweet. It's a really sweet series. I know that's a real way out of left field pick, but Link totally put me on the spot, and
I'm putting everyone on the spot.
yeah, and that's what I read, and I think check it out. Wonder. I'll watch the movie and tell you guys what I think.
For me, Ranking of Kings. It, like I said, it got nominated by Crunchyroll's Anime Awards. It's nominated for Best Anime.
That's a good
Check
pick
it
because
out.
I hadn't heard about that at all.
Check it out. It's pretty good. That one or Odd Taxi, which was also nominated, but that's 2021.
Okay.
Go ahead, Gabe.
Book-wise,
Whatever.
if you are a Star Wars fan, read Thrawn, the trilogy.
Yeah,
Audiobook if you can.
That's totally what I should have said. Yeah.
That's but you've mentioned Wonder before, and
Okay.
I can tell like you really enjoyed it. So plus I get to say Thrawn.
Okay.
Definitely check Thrawn out. It's a fantastic book, with fantastic writing. TV show wise, I'd probably recommend Hannah on Amazon Prime. It's 3 seasons, just finished up, and it's really it's fantastic.
All right, guys. Well, sometimes in life,
What is happening?
we recap what happens in the past.
I don't think
Maybe even a couple of days to a month,
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, 30 to 31 or 28,
depending on the month.
Are
depending
you guys
on the month.
doing that thing I do?
And we see what we consumed.
And Eden, apparently. And then we realize we can make changes.
I don't know what's happening.
And these stories form us.
They shape us.
Okay.
Until next time.
Keep on searching. Is that the line? Is that?
No, until next time. Follow us on
Oh,
S4M Podcast.
sorry.